That was honestly the worst time of my life.
Dakota Johnson is getting honest about how she really feels again. The Madam Web star sat down on the Late Night with Seth Meyers show to discuss her upcoming Marvel movie, and when Seth asks her what it was like being in the series finale of The Office, her response is not what you expect.
That was honestly the worst time of my life. I love that show so much. And they were like, do you want to be in the series finale? And I was like, of course, thinking that I'd show up for like half a day. And I was there for 2 weeks, and I'm barely in the show.
Yeah. I would also imagine, wasn't everybody super sad?
They were sad, and they also, like, there were weird dynamics that had been going on for the last 10 years.
Right.
Some people didn't speak to each other, and I'm coming in like, I'm so excited to be here. And no one wanted to talk to me. Right. Nobody gave a and I, like, sorry, I'm swearing so much. I don't know.
No.
It's because I had a glass of
you know, look, it's the office's fault. It's not your fault.
It's their fault. And I was like in the background of all of these scenes.
Oh, right. That's the whole thing,
faxing
right?
things and I don't know.
Can I tell you,
Thank
I
God.
recently watched it, and it was some of the most believable faxing I've ever seen. And a lot of people, I think, mail it in when they're in the background of those shows, but I was just like, oh my God, it was crazy.
I was like, well, if I'm here, and then I'm here.
However, that might not be the end of The Office as we know it. Bryan Cranston, who directed the season 9 episode Work Bus, recently made headlines in an episode of SiriusXM's Office Ladies podcast, when he asked cast members Jenna Fischer and Angela Kinsey if they would do a movie of The Office years after the finale.
So let's say that there's not a reboot series, but what if there was like a movie?
Like Downton Abbey, the movie?
Something to where we can see where these people are. These people in the entire cast that we're curious about. We wondered at the end, where did they go? What did become of them?
And although Jenna was hesitant at first, she agreed to do it only if the showrunner, Greg Daniels, is involved.
I mean, I'd do it. I would do it. I would do it for my kids, because I think they would think that's fun.
I mean, if Greg did it, because I would trust it.
Yes.
You know? Yes.
100%.
For sure.
Greg is signed on in this hypothetical.
Okay, as long as Greg is writing it and he's in charge of it, then I say yes.
And Bryan jokingly adds that he wants a cameo if a movie does happen.
Enough said.
Bryan Cranston.
Let's get Greg on the phone.
Bitch, he's our new agent.
I just want to be an extra in it. I do.
You have to be
I would
in
be an
it.
extra in it. I would be some guy. I'd be like a crossing guard or something like that. Just
Maybe
something
you're like one of Dwight's hired hands on Troop Farms.
on his farm. Now, why would I be the hired hand and not the foreman? Thank you.
Fans of The Office got huge news at the start of 2024 when it was revealed that Greg Daniels had opened a development room to officially begin planning a reboot.